I'm James.
And I'm James.
Welcome to The Equation.
We have our guest here, also James.
Hi, I'm James.
We gotta do this again.
No, we're good. And I'm Matt. I'm also here. I'm not actually talking for most of it.
Okay, so I'm the guest of honor today. I'm James. This is the James³ episode, I suppose.
Okay.
So, I got a question for you. What's your favorite...
Hold up. Before we get into that, that's a fair point. This is a special broadcast, being the James³ episode.
Yes.
The three of us together.
They already introduced me.
I mean, his name is James.
Well, no, not just
Yeah, but tell them about me.
Oh, well, he used to work at a pharmacy. College.
Maybe I should do it myself.
He's a former drug dealer.
Okay, so
Legally.
just kind of legally. So yes, I'm James. What?
Just to let everybody know, he's a very, very smart individual.
Okay. So
Not on the spectrum.
I am, yeah, so let me introduce myself, I guess, because you guys don't know how to do it. I'm James. My dad is rich. I don't know how to say it. Like, how did you guys say it?
Okay, yeah.
The heir to the Churchill pharmacy fortune?
So that's like the thing, though, is that, like, I'm not going to inherit any of the Churchill pharmacy company. Because...
Yeah, but
You're a
not
disappointment.
the company.
Because
but you'll
I'm a
inherit
massive disappointment,
But
yeah.
the money. You'll inherit the money.
Yeah, when my dad dies, like, fucking 60 years from now. That is a very long time.
We
Although,
might all die before 60 years.
that's
from
not to say
Are
I'm
you
not
sure he
already
doesn't
getting
have cancer and
benefits.
is cooking meth? I mean, he seems to have a lot of money and he's got the goatee and the bald head. I'm just saying, Jim.
He does actually cook.
Did you just call him Jim?
No, he's calling you Jim.
Um,
I sure hope we can differentiate between the voices here during the
Man,
episode.
the subject matter in that was just god awful. How the fuck was he talking to me with that? What?
changing subject.
That entire sentence was directed at you, and then
Okay.
you looked at me and
I don't
said,
remember
Jim.
why.
So, yeah.
I'm kind of looking more towards Jim here with James to my back, so it's a little awkward, or JD as we call him.
So, yeah, we should start. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, we should start calling me JD. Because that'll be. We'll differentiate a little bit
Alright.
better that way.
This is James Churchill, JD for short, in stature as well.
Yes, I am actually. Okay.
Welcome
fucking
to our
outta here,
podcast.
man.
How are you doing this evening? Did you enjoy the movie we went to? What did we go see?
We went to Matrix Resurrections. He has no idea. He didn't go see it.
I
Yeah.
have not seen the movie.
Yeah, we just got back from Matrix Resurrections, actually.
You went to it? You paid
we-
for it instead of just like chilling here and
Yeah.
watching it on HBO?
We could have done that, but it was more fun at the theater.
I mean,
And also,
you should have waited for like, Tuesday $5 movie night then.
it is Tuesday.
Fuck, you're right.
Yes, so we did. We got the Tuesday $5 movie night bonus that you just mentioned, which is definitely worth it. I liked it more than I liked Matrix 2 and Matrix 3.
Yeah, it definitely kept me more engaged, I would say.
So,
The visuals were pretty cool.
would you call it a good movie?
No.
Okay.
Not by most measures. I wouldn't call it a good movie. There's this part. So, do you care if I spoil it?
The beginning
Um,
half is what made it not a good movie.
Not really, because I'm probably going to watch it this week, so, nah. I'm not,
Okay,
I'm,
so the entire first act it's all just like they're trying to be like meta. They're trying to be like, okay, so let me explain. Neo is a game developer, right? And he developed this game called The Matrix, right? And basically the events of the video game are exactly the same as the events of the movie, you know? And then the first act of the movie is like the higher ups from his development company say, we're gonna make a fourth Matrix game. And so the whole first act of the movie is this extremely not subtle attempt at being meta, and it's essentially a metaphor for how they're making a fourth Matrix movie. And then so it's people in like whatever you call them, in like conference rooms, going on like, oh man, this is what made the Matrix great, and other people being like, you can't make a new Matrix movie, you can never replicate the original, and all that shit. So it's basically,
they had a scene with the screenwriters in there.
It's super, it's not subtle at all. It's dog shit. It's patronizing. I mean, it just
for real though.
That was probably the
Were they
worst part to me.
Be sarcastic in that scene? Like,
yeah, that was probably the worst part to me.
That just pissed me off, and I was like, why did I pay for this?
The rest of it is really like unoriginal, just kind of like generic storyline sort of thing, where he tries to go save Trinity from the they get Neo out of the Matrix. Try not to spoil too much. They get Neo out of the Matrix again because he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, they show that in the trailer. That's not spoiling anything.
Yeah, well,
Unless
I mean, it's called the
can
Matrix, so you assume that he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, well, you can assume. Yeah. As long as you've seen the other ones, you should know he's gonna get out.
Yeah, they get him out of the Matrix, and he's like, "Oh my god, I remember everything that happened." He's like, "Oh, so the events of the video game were actually real life, and they tried to trick me and shit." And it's like, yeah, okay, cool, get over it. And then the rest of the movie is them trying to save Trinity from the Matrix, and then it's essentially just a rehash of the plot from the original, but with...
For real, though, it took forever for him to take the pill, and then they were like, Trinity, you gotta take the pill right away.
And the characters are moved around, and... it's decent. I don't think it...
It had some cool shots.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Especially that puddle shot.
Honestly, it has a lot of the issues with camera work that I notice with a lot of modern films, where it's just like really hard to tell what the fuck is going on. Yeah, everything is a close-up shot. The background is blurry as fuck. I can't see what's going on because the background's always out of focus. Everything's a close-up shot. You're cutting between shots too much. I don't know why that seems to be like the standard nowadays. You just cut so much, and you can't see what's going on because you can't stick with one shot. In the original Matrix, it feels a lot slower, but that's fine, because at least I can tell what's fucking going on, right? It's not one shot every fucking 2 seconds or less. It's one shot is like 20 seconds. Well, maybe not that long. But one shot is like 10 seconds, and fighting goes on in it. And the camera maybe pans a little bit. You don't have to be complicated with the camera work. You just have to show what the fuck's going on so I can see it.
For real, though. Allow us to actually see the acting.
Can't see the action, can't see the acting. And a lot of that's because the actors are old. And so you don't want to be able to see the fact that they can't move around anymore. And... everything is made out of CGI, so you can't...
Oh, I hate CGI so much now.
You can't fucking, linger on the CGI too much because people are going to be like, wow, that's really fake. So you just end up with this fucking culmination of garbage shots that are all thrown together. You can't tell what's going on. It's been that way ever since, I don't even know. I don't even know what movie originated it, but I feel like it originated in, Transformers or some shit,
I'm feeling more so like the Expendables. The Expendables cut a lot. Granted, you knew what was going on because you knew something was getting blown up. You know something was getting shot.
Yeah.
It's just
it's kind of like the Marvel movies and all their action scenes.
See, I feel like they do a lot more fluid shots though. They do some cutting.
They do a lot of.
But they also have a lot of fluidity to their. I feel like a lot of the Marvel movies have been doing. Yeah.
We talk about film. I like this.
Yeah. Speaking of Marvel movies, what do we think of the newest Spider-Man one? I
shit.
enjoyed
Okay.
it.
So
I
we
did
did all
not
see
see
that.
it.
Oh, you didn't see that? Shit.
No. I figured seeing 4 minutes of old Toby would be kind of sad. So.
Yeah, Toby is pretty old in that movie.
He's like 42, 44. Something
What I want
like
to
that.
talk about, you should pull this up, but it's Tobey Maguire, reacting to paparazzis
Oh
following
my
him
God.
Oh
around.
my
It's
god,
so
those
funny.
memes are
Get
the
out of the
best.
fucking way! You're
Get out the
blocking
way!
traffic.
And then there's Tom Holland who's sitting there like some dweeb just. "Oh,
Okay,
hello,
so-
they're taking pictures of me.
That's what we need to find out. Did Tobey Maguire, did he live somewhere not in Los Angeles for a while? Is that what this
No,
is?
it had to do with
don't
like
know.
this one time where he was trying to get out of a parking lot. All the cameras were flashing.
Well,
at
yeah.
him and he couldn't see.
But it's like, I feel like if he lived in Los Angeles all this time, the paparazzis wouldn't give a shit that he's coming back to Los Angeles to film shit.
Yeah, right.
know?
Though.
But
Maybe he was on vacation or something.
I feel like he probably, after Spider-Man and after like his career kind of like didn't take off after Spider-Man, I feel like he probably moved. That's something we should find out. So yeah, we got this. There's another clip of Andrew Garfield getting mad at paparazzi as well. It's just fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, like,
this one from 9 years ago?
No. It's this one where he's pulling out of the he's pulling out of
He's in
the
a car.
parking lot or something. Just go on YouTube.
YouTube,
So just go to Tobey Maguire angry at paparazzi
YouTube is the most
or that.
amazing thing. It also sucks, but I love it.
This
I
is the
agree.
one. This is the one.
9 years ago.
9 years ago?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Toby Maguire doesn't like people.
He looks just as old as he
It's
does
just
in
your
the new.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, that's loud as fuck.
Yeah, this is right after Spider-Man 3 came out.
Get out of the way!
I love how somebody says thank
Okay,
you,
so-
Spider-Man.
That was a misconception. I thought that was this year that was
No.
taken. I didn't know I was so old. Because I thought he was like coming back to LA to record for Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right. He just straight up headbutted it.
He's still okay. So this is
You gotta
recently
do it
though.
on purpose.
He's still pissed at fucking people recording him. So I thought, no. I thought that was recent. I didn't know that was an old video.
No, he
but it's
raged.
still fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. Like, I remember it's still one of my favorite memes, but I can never find the right clip anymore. But it's like somebody like showing Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. They're like, "That's not my Spider-Man," and then it switches to that clip, and it's like, "That's my Spider-Man." Like specifically to the part where he opens the door and probably breaks somebody's camera, and then just starts.
Well, rightfully so. They were sticking their camera in his car. That was
Yeah.
fucking stupid. But no, that reminds me of the "Hey, good morning, Kanye." You know that? You know what I'm talking about?
Huh?
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Oh,
There's
jeez.
There's this video of this paparazzi. It's like 4 a.m, and Kanye is like getting into his car in his garage or something, and this paparazzi is outside his fucking garage at 4 a.m. Just like, "Hey, good morning, Kanye."
I've seen this. It's hilarious.
It turns into like a whole fight though. It's like there's like a 15-minute long video out there or
See,
something.
he has every right to be mad though. Like,
No, yeah, it's
he's
4
probably
a.m.
trying
Yeah,
to
why
go
are you
fuck his side
videotaping him?
bitches at 4 a.m.
You can
And,
just take
like-
it out the trash or something.
He's like somebody's about to get him divorced or some shit.
How much money are you gonna get paid though for a picture of Kanye West taking out the trash at 4 a.m? Like,
Well, I
get a
watched the
fucking
video.
real job.
I guess the paparazzi was trying to ask him questions about like some drama that was going on at the time, But that is the worst fucking
Was
way
it
to...
after he released his Catholic album or what?
I don't know when it was.
Like that's some of the most recent
I
controversies.
don't know. If I were him, I would just
even
open
that was a
carry.
couple years ago.
But I think it was just like some other rappers were dissing him, like Drake was dissing him and shit.
everybody does. It's Kanye.
Yeah, but of course the paparazzi have to go in there and ask, be like, "Oh, are you gonna address this controversy that you totally want to talk about at 4 in the fucking morning?"
That's what I'm the most.
Do you
active in
remember
my
that
conversation.
thing he recently did, being like the Phantom of the Theater or something, living in a football stadium for a while
What?
after he got a divorce?
No, what?
What?
Did he do
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Straight up, and then he did a couple performances in there that were just straight up weird. At one point, he ascended into the through like a rope or some wire. He was ascended into like the rafters. He
bruh.
was like being
He has a.
raptured.
It looks like he has like a fucking legging on or some shit.
So he's got his private contractor security.
Dude, look up Kanye West being raptured. Oh yeah, that's what he dressed up like.
Yeah, he's the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks stupid. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
The costume
you
is
see
not very
Kanye,
good.
Everything Kanye looks
West
stupid.
being raptured.
Kanye is good. I mean, he's got good music though.
He's got a lot of like hidden gems, but like
Oh, he definitely had talent.
100.
Hidden gems,
old
dude.
Kanye.
Like his music is some of the fucking most popular music of the 2000s.
Have you ever heard the song
Yeah.
called Heartless?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard of, I don't know, Stronger, Gold Digger?
For real though.
Those fucking songs are like fucking Double Diamond or whatever the hell they are.
That's fair.
I don't even know.
You heard like Runaway
I don't
and
wanna
Dark
consider
Fantasy, though?
Oh, those are good too.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
listened to the
Those-
whole
those
Dark
are
Fantasy
the ones
album.
that I mean that are like hidden gems, because not everybody's heard those ones.
Well, that
But they
I
are
don't know.
really
That's
good.
one of the most popular rap albums in the entire world at this point. Like
Is it?
maybe it was a hidden gem when it came out. Well, not even when it came out. That album like topped the charts when it came out.
That's
There's-
like calling
there's-
Dark Side of the Moon a hidden gem.
That's fair.
There's
There's
people
just-
most people consider that to be like the best rap album to ever be released. So
There's
I don't
so
know if I
many
would consider
people-
anything Kanye releases to be a hidden gem.
That I used to hang out with who were like they all really liked rap. Granted, they kind of liked shitty rap. Shut. You know what? I can't count them. Never mind. You know, I'm retracting my statement. You guys are right there. I can't count them. They didn't. They liked people who I can't fucking stand. So.
Who do you
So-
listen to now, Jim?
I listen to a lot of country music.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Well, not
Neither
like-
did I.
Not like country, but like Western music. Like there's this guy named Coulter Wall who absolutely is just terrific. He's like a 23-year-old Canadian,
Oh wow.
and he sings
Canadian.
like a 50-year-old Johnny Cash.
I've seen so many people get into country recently. Like
But it's not
people
like,
that I never expected to.
It's not like country. It's more of like Johnny Cash type, like
That's-
more like
yeah.
Western type music.
Yeah, just kind of like you know, classic rock country
lot of-
sort of.
A lot of people have been calling it sad cowboy music.
I can't stand
which is,
country.
Yeah.
No, neither can I. I can't stand country either, but I can kind of see where he's coming from
I
with
can
like,
stand some.
cause like
Yeah, but
country stands from classic rock, and so like, yeah, he's talking about like Johnny Cash and stuff. It's more like just classic rock and not actually,
Yeah.
you know, country.
True.
Which I can see that. Although personally, I probably still wouldn't listen to it.
That's
like, all they do is sing about women, trucks, drinking,
Yeah, it's
See,
and,
that's-
there's
That's not
Yeah.
Coulter Wall,
and
like at all.
gunslinging.
Like his, he has a lot
A
of
lot
songs
of romantic songs, I
that
suppose.
are not really. A lot of his, like I said, they say it's like sad cowboy, but it's like
Well, I don't give a fuck.
Like,
man. Kill
there's
yourself, pussy.
one of my favorite songs by him is super sad, but it's called "Codeine Dream." It's really good.
Codeine Dream.
"Codeine Dream,"
Isn't that a rap song?
probably. Sounds like it is.
Isn't that a Kodak?
Probably.
Kodak? What? I don't know.
But it's a really good song.
See, they both do drugs. Big
Yeah.
Pharma has, yeah, they have enslaved our children.
Speaking of big pharmacy.
All right, let's.
JD, let's
Yes. So. Yes, Churchill Pharmacy. So you were trying to bring that up earlier.
Oh yeah, our what do you call it?
So I'm James Churchill of Churchill Pharmacy fame, I suppose.
We are not being sponsored, by the way. This
by
is,
Churchill Pharmacy.
this is
You
a
should
free-
except
totally.
for by Dr. Pepper.
Please, Dr. Pepper.
If you live in
Dr. Pepper, we love you.
and if you live in, that's this dumb bit. I'm like doxing myself, but I'm bleeping it out. That's the
I
bit.
get what's going on. Yeah.
It wasn't that hard of a bit to get.
I feel like they will Google this later, so
Yeah, well, you could Google it, but I guess if you don't live where we live, you wouldn't figure it out anyway, because it's not going to show up.
if you actually Facebook,
Like,
us,
the
there's
search
something
engine
wrong with you. Get a
optimization
fucking
is-
life.
This search engine optimization is not. If you're not in the right location, it's not going to show up.
I think you guys are expecting too many people to listen to this.
I expect the 3 people who listen to this
To look up
not
who
even
JD
listen up
is?
to this part.
I don't care who listens to this. I just saw it was the James²Podcast, and I was like, I have to make it cubed. I have to cube this shit.
No homo.
No homo. Little homo. But
We all got socks on.
Jim, say it.
Say what?
No homo.
little homo.
No homo.
That's all right. It's okay. You can.
Okay, I'm okay.
We're accepting here. You
There's a little homo.
can get it. Physically little. All right. Anyway, just like me.
Not physically little.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
yeah.
I'm taller than you.
How tall are you?
Okay. So.
We are the same.
So
height.
all right. So I am 5'7".
You're not taller than me.
I'm a very tall 5'7".
I'm sorry for your loss.
JD, I
What I
saw-
lack in height, I make up for. Right?
in brain
I was
aneurysms.
gonna say I have. Yes.
Small but efficient. We estimate we'll have another billion within the century.
Pharmacies or JDs?
That
Short
was,
people.
That was a reference to Family Guy for those who are cultured. Cultured. excuse
Anyway,
me.
so let me talk about
That's
Churchill
awesome, man.
Pharmacy for a sec. So I actually just found out. So yeah, Churchill Pharmacy. It's 9 different pharmacies, statewide. 3 of them are in. Maybe it's not 9. I don't know. It's 7 different pharmacies. We just expanded to a new telepharmacy, so we have telepharmacies across the state.
Yeah, are you hiring?
Oh yeah, of course. Everywhere's hiring. So we have telepharmacies across the state. If you don't know what that is, essentially you don't have an actual pharmacist at the location, but you can have a pharmacist like virtually go in and approve prescriptions and consult with patients and so on. Because you don't do enough volume to justify a whole ass pharmacist, because those are expensive. It's like $150,000 a year for a pharmacist to pay a pharmacist. So that's how much we pay anyway. But yeah, we just got a new telepharmacy, and then we also have 3 pharmacies inside of nursing homes, which are great because there's lots of old people, lots of prescriptions. You gotta fill.
Sell it to him directly. I see.
No, it's a good business model.
Yeah, it's smart. It's
It's
smart.
It's a very complicated
Just take
business
the little
model. as
walkers to the elevator, make their way down, say hi to JD.
well.
Get a
Yeah,
bag
so I
of
haven't.
pills, go back up, and
I
zone
think
out for another 72 hours
I quit
watching
at a.
Price is
Wheel of
Right.
Fortune or something.
So I
Grandma seems to be napping a lot lately, huh? Must be those new meds.
She can
Those,
get them just right
those
at the door.
psychotropics.
Well, I heard something like over half of the expenses that are incurred in the elderly years are incurred during like the last few days that you're alive.
I would suppose if they try to put you on a ventilator. Or,
They try to they put you on the last few days that you're alive. They are working extremely hard to keep you alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it extremely hard for them. It's let's just say it's gonna be a challenge.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I get it. I get it now. That's
See,
I'm gonna be the only 82-year-old with a 357 in my pants.
by that point, I feel like assisted suicide by doctor will be like 100%.
I don't
like,
need no
legal.
assistance.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if you know you're gonna die, you're gonna be like, yeah, don't even fucking try, just let me die.
Well, that shit is legal in places like European countries and so on.
I know, but
they
I
got
feel
this
like
orange 8-ounce drink. You just drink and you fall asleep and your heart stops beating and it's very nice
What?
and pleasant. Yeah.
Wait, is that real?
why do you
Yeah,
know it's
I think
8
it was
ounces?
the Netherlands or something.
I think we need to pull this up.
Video on it. What's it called? Euthanasia.
Yeah, other than that, the orange juice.
No, the orange
I
drink.
don't
What are you
remember.
talking
It
about?
looked like orange juice, but yeah.
Dude, there's no way
It's
that's real.
Fanta,
I literally watched a
euthanasia
YouTube
flavored.
documentary on it. The dude just drank it, fell asleep. No
Sponsored
pain.
by Dr. Pepper.
It's sponsored by. I think Fanta is a Dr Pepper.
You know,
company.
Fanta was
Pretty
invented
sure
by the
because-
Nazis because Coke wouldn't.
And Fanta
sell
was
it.
well, yeah,
You know
Fanta
what
was invented.
Fanta is like.
Lethal dose set to be cocktail of legal. Bruh, what
God,
is this
Who's
shit?
trying to wash down Orenthal? That's
This is
kinda weird.
This is Australia though. This isn't even Europe. Okay. Pentobarbital. Okay, wait. Let me read about that real quick. Pentobarbital in Britain and Australia is a short-acting, typically used as a selective pre-anesthetic and to control convulsions in emergencies. It can also be used. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's basically like a lethal injection.
People can pick if they want to be resuscitated or not.
But you drink it?
No, you have to go see a doctor. You have to have
If you have,
physical.
like,
Yeah,
severe medical conditions where it's like.
yeah, it's for people who have like some sort of like rare
Yeah,
disease
DNRs.
where you have like
But I don't
headaches
get
all
why
the
that's
time,
okay, but like assisted suicide is not.
or
Like
What's
if you
okay?
can choose whether or not you want to be resuscitated, why do you automatically have to stay alive anyway?
A lot of the time too, because I know this happened with my grandpa, because like we knew he was gonna die, like, because he died 5 days after his 95th birthday, and we knew it was gonna happen, and I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be resuscitated until like the second day in, and then my aunt, the point he was at, she was given full authority to make him a DNR. Because he was 95, there was very little that they could do, and my grandma didn't want to make the decision, I'm pretty sure. So my oldest
so they just
aunt,
gave them the option to.
they gave my aunt the option,
Well,
because he wasn't responsive.
the
He
actual-
couldn't talk or
So,
anything.
yeah.
the actual reason why they can't allow a patient to suicide themselves, if you want to call it
Yeah.
that, is if that was allowed, then a hospital in times of a pandemic like now, where they would have a surge of patients, well, if the hospital is able to be like, hey, they said they want to kill themselves and they're not in the right state of mind, well, it's a cheaper way to fucking get that person out of the way and triage the situation.
Yeah, so the difference between do not resuscitate and assisted suicide is one is you're deliberately killing them, and the other is you're just
Not stopping it.
yeah, you're just not doing anything to actively treat them.
You're just kind of letting nature take its course.
Yeah, so those are, I mean, they're different because one is like a deliberate actual murder. Not murder though, but it's like it's deliberate actual action to kill the person. The other one is not saving them, which might end up in their death, but usually it does. I mean, that's kind of the whole point.
What's your stance on the OJ trial?
I really like orange juice. I think it's great. I mean, I drink it every day, honestly.
Do you want to
Honest
see a
opinion.
picture of his family?
Whoa, we're not there yet. Hold on.
Is that what you pulled up?
No.
I know
Do you
that's what's
know-
on
It
your
is.
phone
You know
now.
the bit? You know the bit? Has he seen it?
I don't know the bit, but
You should explain.
Okay. In Star Wars D&D, my character is O.J. Simpson. I based most of my features and backstory on
beautiful.
O.J. Simpson.
It's hell to work with, by the way, just to let you know.
I can imagine. Are you the game master normally?
I am the DM.
Ah, interesting. The dungeon master.
I'm the dungeon master.
I've
That's
heard
my preferred term
instead of GM,
instead of GM.
you don't want to be general manager.
I don't want to be general manager. I've had too many shitty ones of those. No.
Anyways,
procrastinating?
do you want to see a picture of my wife?
He did
That's
that in game where he
he
like,
killed his wife.
No. Well, yes.
Allegedly.
I'm making it a whole trial. He works for the Sith.
Jesus.
So the Sith Lord that he works under
I'm an
is
agent for
currently
Darth
mad at
Maul.
him because they're trying to make the whole court case go away, and he's causing problems. He's supposed to be a secret agent,
My backstory
and
is
he's
that
on the news every day.
I'm an agent for Darth Maul. I seek to benefit myself before the council, but I'm loyal to my evil ideologies. I am looking for the man who slain that bitch. I mean, my wife Nicole.
So, for those of you who do not, for those of you who are listening in, I fucking put my hand on my face for like the majority of what I was listening to.
Hey, bud, I'm friends with Ellen Dershowitz, so I'd watch what you say.
Also,
Oh.
I asked everybody to send me their background before we started,
Yeah,
and
people
nobody
don't do that.
did.
People don't do that. No.
And so he just was
I
just
barely
like,
replied
"Hi."
to Snapchat at all, so...
He was like, "Hi, I'm OJ," and I'm like, "Oh, this is what I get to work with."
Brilliant.
I just don't have to see. I don't have to go over their character sheets because I don't have to worry about
I
any of
mean,
them
it's
cheating
simple.
because
My-
they're all way too new at the game.
My spaceship is a Ford Bronco.
So I've been watching a
It's
lot
not.
of I've been watching a lot of what's it called, Critical Role
Oh yeah,
recently.
it's great.
Also, have you
It's
heard of
so good.
have you heard of Dimension 20?
Yes.
It's the one by the College Humor cast.
Yep. Yeah, I've been meaning to get into that because that seems so entertaining.
I wasted so much time at college watching that. I
believe
spent
it.
like an entire Saturday just watching fucking Critical Role in Dimension 20 and shit.
I haven't watched Dimension 20. I need to, but Critical Role is my shit because I love Matt Mercer, and they're all so good.
Yeah. Now I kind of want to play D&D.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is crazy
Right.
because I had when you guys, well, specifically when Matt first was getting into D&D, I had like this I like took this vow. I was like, I'm never going to play D&D no matter what I do. Sort of thing. And there wasn't any like particular reason for me not playing D&D. It was just like it's because it's what I said I would do. You know, it's about principle. I'm probably Dude, that's awesome.
Kevin posted it.
Of course he did. But yeah, no. For like the longest time, I didn't know D&D was a real thing. Cause like, I had heard it like made fun of in movies and stuff.
Yes.
But I thought it was just like the go-to generic nerdy sounding game.
that's
I
what
didn't
I-
know that
Yeah.
it was actually like a real game. And then I started like, I was working at Perkins, and I would always have a bunch of people. I worked the overnight, so
Yeah.
I would have people come in, and they would play sessions
Whoa,
at
that's
the table.
sick.
So I'd just like come over and like if I was like empty and it's 3 a.m, they're all chilling there, I'd just pull up a chair and I'd like watch and listen. And that's
That's
kind of
sick.
how I got into it, and I started talking to them about it, and then they introduced me to Critical Role. And then I started listening to that, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is dope.
I feel like that's how a lot of people get into it. Is just Critical Role and shit.
Well, yeah. But nowadays, Critical Role has definitely helped with the surge. Because
Yeah.
Campaign 2 was excellent. I haven't finished it. I need to do that. But I'm also watching Campaign 3 at the same time. Oh, they're so good.
It's crazy. No, there's so many people who play D. Like I thought it was just like a weird, like obscure thing, but after going to college, there's so many people who just play D&D.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's because these board
It's-
games and card games, there's no actual...
And they're just like,
I mean, it's most of them are repetitive.
No,
so
yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna.
and they're just
play
like,
and
they're
find
just
something else to do.
they're just like super casual about it too. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play D&D. And it's like, oh, Really?
It's
like,
like
oh, okay.
it's so weird how people are so casual, and like for most things,
Yeah.
it's like at minimum a 4-hour commitment to your day.
I know.
And
Well, yeah.
people are so casual about like, yeah, we're just gonna go do this. It'll be fun.
I know. Well,
it's
that's.
Well, it's
See,
like good for like exercising your imagination and whatnot.
Yeah, and if you have a good DM, it can be like honestly just like a entire like just break from life for just like 4 hours. You don't have to think about anything but what you're playing. Like, I'm playing in a campaign with a guy named Wakely, who's literally he's amazing at it. He's made me cry twice.
wow.
And we haven't even been doing this for like over a year.
Well, I just didn't realize how open-ended it was, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I'm not that good of a DM. I'm just not. But no. Like, he
jeez,
killed
man.
my mom in D&D.
What the fuck?
Little
Like, I didn't know where my family was in D&D.
Yeah.
And then when I finally find them, he kills my mom, like, in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy.
And he, like, explains it in, like, such detail, and it's such a serious setting. Everybody else, like, around is, like, quiet, and you're just making eye contact, and he's just like, your mother is dead, and, like, shit like that. It just, like, hits you. Like, you're not ready for it to, like, make you emotional, and then it does, and it's weird.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what happens when you have a good DM. I'm not a good DM, and I can't deal with these fuckers.
The fucking O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah.
A good DM could do something interesting with that.
A good DM shouldn't have let that happen in the first place.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I'm having fun. I don't know about you.
I mean, I'm having
You seem to be
fun
having
with
fun.
it. That's true.
It's just one character. I expected him to die sooner, so very underpowered.
If you want me to kill off your character,
no,
you
not
just
at
gotta
all.
let me know. I will.
Not at all.
Guilty. Execution. The end.
You guys have done a lot of crimes that
The
I
only
haven't
reason
like,
I would
brought
have you
back
kill
to
off
you
my
yet.
character is to just to come back more OP than Carl, just to piss him off, just to be a dick.
I don't think I've given anybody the option to do that except for like maybe Matt. Because Matt specifically was like, I want to train to get better than Carl. Like, he literally gave me that aspiration, therefore I should... Yeah. Especially with all the bullshit I've given Carl. Carl's a time-traveling droid from the future.
Jeez.
No,
He's
he's
a-
not. You haven't fixed the fucking time machine.
Yeah. Because it's from thousands of years in the future. You have the best scientist, and he's working faster than the people who invented the fucking thing did.
I'm
It's
just
still
saying,
taking a while.
We got like a week in between each session. It's every Monday. He's got fucking 6 other days to work on this goddamn thing, and it's still not done yet. It's been like a month. Like, I'm
Well,
just
maybe you
saying.
should roll better, huh?
The game doesn't keep going when we're not playing it. I don't know how to tell you that. It's not its own universe. I'm making it up as I go.
You gotta fucking give better rolls, man. Maybe if you roll a fucking nat 20 for repairs,
There was
repairs it instantaneously.
There was an
Jim, if I roll an at 20 next time, will the time machine be fixed?
No, because
Can
you
I
are
go back?
not an engineer.
Can I go back?
whip
Can
out
I
a
finally meet my wife again?
whip out a fucking weighted die. Roll like 6 nat 20s. It's fixed now. You can't do anything.
All I want is Nicole. Just all I want.
Oh, Jesus.
Why are we looking at this? So he brought up the O.J. Simpson trial photos. Great.
I don't think Carl's gonna let you make that.
Oh my
detour.
God! What a tragedy! What do you mean? I can't see my wife? How could you do this to me? Do you have any idea what you're taking away from me? What she meant to me?
You
Wait,
would
didn't you kill
need-
her? Oh.
You would need to talk Carl into letting you use the time machine for that when it's fixed. And, like, when I say you need to talk him into it. You can't roll a persuasion check for it. You need to convince him in and or out of game to do it. So you're either convincing a droid to do something that isn't in his
Is there any way I can
programming-
hack him?
Yeah. Okay, you specifically probably couldn't hack him, but you could probably hire somebody
How
to.
much?
We're not talking
Well, like, how
about
much
this
would you
right now.
think? Oh, come on.
I
come on
don't
now.
know.
Just give me a ball.
This is basically devolved into like an actual.
Hold on now, I got something.
No, this is just evolved
Carl's
into
gonna
you
be-
guys actually like trying to convince him
you
as
see-
as though
let
you're
me-
in
let
game
me
right
do the
now.
math.
Carl
here.
is training with Matt right now, so if Carl becomes too OP, I can literally just, hack into him and then, fuck up everything about it.
Just whip out a fucking hyperbolic time chamber or some shit. You
What?
can let.
Where can I get one of
technically,
those?
You would only need level 2 hacking because I did give him a thing that makes him immune to level 1 hacking. So
What's a hyperbolic time chamber? How do we get one of these?
I don't know if you
Oh,
guys
that's
ever
that.
will.
That has nothing to do with time travel. That's just training. That's so you can train infinitely in like
It's from a popular anime.
outside of time. It's
Oh.
from it's from Dragon Ball. You didn't
Got
know?
any big ass bomb I can just slap
Can we
on
say
Carl's
that
back and
Dragon,
make him
like the
explode?
creators of Dragon Ball, are very anal about people mentioning their shit.
We can't say the word Dragon Ball. I think
No,
we
you're
can
probably
say
right. You're right.
we can say the title Dragon
No,
Ball
we just can't show animation footage.
Okay.
or
I'ma
music,
drag my
except for
balls
some of the
across
music.
your face.
Great.
These nuts.
So you don't watch much anime then, do you, James?
I've seen most of Dragon Ball now. I'm not
Most
a
of it, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Matt-
After listening to us mention the hyperbolic time chamber, you've immediately.
Okay. Just understand that half the time I watched it, it
He's
was
heard.
the
He's watched
Japanese
most of Super.
translation.
That's it.
Well, he's probably seen more than me. Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I guess
Right,
I
Super's
might not
what
have
you
been
guys
paying
just
attention
finished.
all the way.
You just got out of Super.
No, I don't watch much anime though.
No, we just got to the Cell games, and we're watching it in the Japanese version. We're watching it since the original Dragon Ball. So James has
So you're done with
seen,
Oh.
maybe not heard,
the original.
Dragon Ball, because it's Japanese and he can't listen to the funny voices. They don't make no sense.
I ain't trying to read subtitles all day.
Yeah, he's actually deaf to Japanese. He can't hear it at all. Like it just.
It's just a ringing.
Anyway, well, I don't know. I only watched of Super. I only watched the Goku Black arc and the Tournament of whatever the fuck it's called arc. Like the interdimensional tournament shit. I also saw the Broly movie, the Super Broly movie. It's fucking great. And then I saw up to the end of the Frieza arc in Z.
How
So
deep
that's all I've seen.
How deep should we get into spoilers? Because if we get too deep, then we gotta warn Carl that he can't listen to this.
Dragon Ball spoilers?
Yeah, Carl's never seen like any of it until Matt started showing him it.
Is Carl gonna watch it?
Yeah,
Like,
he's been watching it with Matt.
I don't know
think it's
who-
been out long enough, and
Yeah.
if he hasn't seen it by now,
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
See, like here's the thing. I haven't seen most of like the whole interdimensional stuff arc, but I know all of the lore for it because
Jim,
I
don't
watch
spoil
YouTube.
it. I haven't seen it yet.
Like I just see a bunch of YouTube videos of like who's he fighting now and why is he fighting them and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay. Because I feel like watching the anime, there's too much nothing that happens.
yes, exactly. Especially in Z. Z is the worst for that. Like, if I'm ever gonna watch all of Z, I need to watch Kai. Because there's, like, between every episode that something actually happens, there's, like, 2 episodes of filler.
Yeah.
Especially for the first few arcs.
Like
Jesus Christ,
People-
for real though.
It's fucking horrible.
See-
It's unbearable.
I love how they have their moves that like they're stronger and then like they give like a times by like whatever like a Kamehameha times 100 or something.
Yes.
They have that. I don't like to use that measurement. I say a 10 episode Kamehameha versus
Yeah.
a 12 episode Kamehameha.
That's
versus
true. It's ridiculous.
You can just measure it by episode, not
Dude.
not by like hundreds.
I
That's
cannot
ridiculous.
imagine having to watch that on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
I would have fucking stopped watching after Raditz. Like, I would have been done. I'm like, I can't fucking handle this.
Can't imagine.
He spends like 5 fucking episodes just fucking traveling to King Kai or whatever. Dude, there's a playlist on YouTube where they condensed that entire episode span in 5 minutes. Because that's all you need. The rest of it's filler. It's ridiculous.
And it still makes sense. Like
it's so bad. How long is the wait.
You wanna know what I always
1 second, I'm finding the right thing.
You wanna know what I think is like one of the funniest things? Have you seen all of the Clone Wars?
How many episodes? 9.5 episodes.
When he says there's only 5 minutes left until the planet explodes.
9.5 episodes. So that's 180 minutes.
Which means
190 minutes.
Hey, different universe.
That is one of the only shows that I've seen do that.
So you
Well, actually, no. No, that's backwards. So every anime is usually like the real time is shorter than the time that they show in the anime.
I feel like every episode
Right?
is a cliffhanger for like the previous 4th episode.
But like I've seen some animes do it backwards, where the real time is actually longer, which is what every other show in the fucking world does. Every other show, the real time is longer than the time that they show you in the show, right? Like what takes 5 minutes in the show is usually like an hour or so in real life, or even more, or like a couple days. In anime, it's fucking backwards. You know, like, have you ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah.
You've seen some of it?
Yep.
Okay, so I just started watching that like when quarantine was
not a
happening and
ton,
shit.
but
I've seen the whole thing.
heard.
And so shit that's happening at the same time is always happening like sequentially. So this shit's supposed to be happening at the same time. Like it shows their like inner monologue and shit, and it's explaining like, oh, if this happens to me, then I'm gonna be in some real shit. And then it goes to the next character, you know, and it's like, ha ha ha, my plan is finally coming true. If this happens as I am saying it's happening now, then you're gonna be in some real shit. And then, you know, and it's like that. It takes fucking this shit's supposed to be happening at the same time. It's exhausting. Anime is exhausting to watch in that sense.
See, yeah, there's a lot of them that are like, I don't know. I've been watching weird shit lately. Like, have you seen that time I got reincarnated by a slime?
I've seen a few episodes of that actually.
I love that one. It's
Glad
so
I am
good.
not wasting my brain cells on this.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, right?
Yeah. I watch it on Crunchyroll, but
Oh.
it might be.
Well, I don't-
It's on Hulu.
Have you ever seen Human Centipede 3?
Yes. Yes.
I've never
Well, we were
seen
there when
any
we
of
watched.
the Human Centipedes. Not seen any one of them.
I've only seen 3.
Yep.
The
You loved that movie. I
I've
remember.
also-
We all got together and we watched that, James.
That was so fucked up.
I've also seen none of the God, what's the other fucked up one? Sharknado. I've never seen Sharknadoes.
So, fun fact, that's actually the director, not that, but that guy is actually the director of the first 2.
Oh, Jesus.
He looks like he'd be the director.
Ugh, Human Centipede 3 is so bad. That motherfucker. He does look like Rango.
Right?
Oh my god.
Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, where the hell did this...
We will
You
cut
just
this
brought it up
entire-
out of nowhere, James.
You're welcome.
See,
We will cut this bit out.
Remember,
We're definitely leaving that shit in.
remember when you brought up how the first one we didn't stay on track very well? That's all him.
It is all him.
We were okay.
Well,
I
this
don't-
one, there is really no track to stay on.
like,
but-
okay, in the first one, I was talking about Twi'leks. I don't know if this got into the podcast at all.
It did. It
It
got
did.
in.
Okay.
Not to the extent
I
of
still
where
Okay.
have to listen to it.
But I was
No,
was
you were
about-
talking about like the sex trafficking with the Twi'leks and
Pretty
shit.
much. I was
if you can imagine.
not because of me.
No, I know.
No. So we were talking about this, and then we were like genuinely, well, I was getting into it, so I was talking about like a lot of it,
Yeah.
and then like just at the end of me being like, I like looked at him, and he's just like, "But would you have sex with one of them?" I don't know if
Yes.
that made it in at all.
I think that made it in.
Okay.
I remember
But
something
that
like.
happened, and I literally think I audibly went, God fucking damn it. Like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, I should have shut up fucking half an hour ago.
In all seriousness, let's get back on track.
To answer that
Jeff?
question, though, yes. If it was consensual, though, not like as a slave,
See,
but yes. No, with the Twi'leks. What? You're the one who asked, right? Okay. Would I have sex with a Twi'lek? Yes. Very cool. You were gonna get us back on. You were gonna get us back on track. What were you talking about? I'm clipping. Oops.
Anything you want to talk about?
Is there anything I want to talk about? Man, I was asking you questions
All right, I got a
about
question
your
for you.
personal life, but that's about all I care about. What?
If there was a storm of, say, 500 penguins, do you think you could take them on?
500?
Like emperor penguin.
Penguins are pretty fucking strong. Like, I don't know. You don't know, but like
I
you've
feel like
seen
you
them.
would just get tired, you know. Just
They have massive core strength. Like they swim around just like this, you know? Like they don't use their fins all that much. It's all core strength. You could not knock one of those motherfuckers over.
If you pick up a rock and
No.
smash it.
Like maybe you could smash them over the head, yeah. But if it's just like bare strength, they would win. First of all, there's 500 of them, which is a lot. Second of all, like that's like a Roman legion of penguins that you have to fight there.
They don't have no formation though like the Roman legions.
There's 500. And second of all,
So
like
I'll
you
just
think
get, like King of the Hill, man. Just start.
it
kicking
seems
them
like
off
their
one by
legs are
one.
stubby and shit, but they're not.
Well, I
Like
figured
their
they
legs
just,
are
like,
hidden. Their legs
jump
are
on this
just their
valley
legs
and,
are just
like,
hidden.
torpedo your ass, you know.
Their legs are just hidden and shit. Oh yeah, and if it's on the ice too, they could totally like start sliding towards you, fucking
Yeah.
knock you, like torpedo you.
Yeah.
That shit. They could do that.
But on the other hand, they're practically bowling pins.
You could not you could not knock those motherfuckers over. They have the core strength of fucking
Have you ever
gods.
seen...
Yeah, but they're terrified of like polar bears. So if you just like run up. And
Polar
like,
bears?
"Roar."
Polar bears are like 5 times the strength of humans. Of course they're scared of polar bears. They have
Have-
massive
Well, they're gonna be
claws.
scared of humans too. They're
No!
gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
Jay-
Well, yes, they're scared of
Have
humans,
you ever
but
seen Yoshi's Final Smash and Smash Ultimate?
No, but I've seen Happy Feet.
Okay. Well, if you had seen it, it would be very similar to what you're describing, except penguins instead of Yoshis. Because here you go, watch this.
well, like here's the thing.
There you go.
Yes,
You
there's
missed it
it's,
entirely.
They just,
You gotta rewind it.
they just
There you
stampede.
go.
No, yeah. See, here it is. They just stampede your ass.
See, that was accurate
Yeah, I
because it
figure
was up
penguins,
against
like,
a normal
ain't
human
tall,
guy.
though.
Like-
you could just kick them and knee them and.
No, you underestimate how muscularly weak humans
If I had
are.
a gun.
Like even the
a sword.
world's strongest humans are just nothing compared to other animals.
What if I had a sword though? And you just,
Yeah, no. If you have
attacking them?
if it's not like if you have a gun or like a sword or something, then you stand a bigger fighting chance. Against 500 though, I don't think a sword would help. A gun, yes,
What
but
What do you think is a manageable
A
number?
sword might help depending on what.
manageable,
kind of
maybe
sword it
10.
is.
Maybe a 10.
Oh well, with a sword, maybe
Yeah, I can see 10.
maybe
yeah.
like 50 with a sword.
It's just pure stamina though. You get tired eventually. You
That's
know,
true.
you
Well, it
get
depends on how
tired
sharp the
and
sword
they
is too.
just-
But if
I
you have
feel
like
like
a
Well, you
if
gotta let the
you-
blade do the work for you. Is the thing.
if you have
if
like a
you can
European
cut
broadsword though,
Enough of them down
Well,
fast enough, I
obviously.
feel like the rest wouldn't keep trying to.
it's
go
just
towards
well,
it.
yeah, they'd start running away after a
Well,
while.
I
But
mean,
it's just it's a
you just gotta think of the.
I don't
reward.
think it
just
would
stab
take
for
a
enough
lot
of
of
them.
them.
You
to
could do
start
50.
It's gotta
running
be like
away.
expensive.
you could
know,
manage
lots of
50,
hard
and
work.
then you could chase them down. Because
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
mean,
saying is,
humans
like-
have really good stamina.
What
So.
happens when the polar bears come in because they smell with the dead fucking penguin?
Then you're fucked. Well, if you have a
Well, I mean,
sword,
you still have the broadsword. It's gonna be a little dull by then, but like it's the final boss battle. You see.
I feel like a human.
it
with
would be you would not
most-
come out unscathed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Polar
I
bear
feel
with a
like
broadsword. Like if you have a broadsword, still if you're fighting against a polar bear, you would not come out unscathed. You're
only-
losing a leg, bro.
What about
the
abominable
only
snowman?
animals where a weapon doesn't like really help you is like a hippo, a moose, an orca.
A moose.
and-
You stand a chance with a moose. A hippo.
With a sword, I don't think so.
Oh, a
I think
sword?
you're fucked against like melee weapons.
you
Stop
can maybe
being effective
you can
against
try
these
to
creatures.
sidestep the bitch and
Because with a moose, you're fucked. With an orca, you're fucked.
I don't know. With a moose, mooses are just afraid of.
They're one of the
Fuck
most
no,
That's
they'll
dangerous
stampede your ass,
fucking
bro. They'll
land
trample
animals.
you.
Moose fucking attack
terrifying.
people.
But they're
bro.
mostly just
So
like
many
if you back
times.
them into a corner, yeah. But for the most part, they just run away.
Oh no, no. They'll just from seeing you. Like they'll just attack cars for just driving.
They're not really attacking though.
See,
but
that's
No,
what
no,
I mean, though. I could
mooses are
take on-
fucking
I could
scary.
take on them.
they're
anyways,
huge.
like-
They are massive creatures.
yeah.
But no,
And they
with a
get
sword,
mad about nothing.
with
Like,
a
they just
European
get
broadsword though, I feel like I could take a moose.
Just jump in
A
there with
family of
gas
mooses?
mask and a longsword.
Is it mooses? I don't even know.
mad. I don't know.
What is the
Meeson.
plural?
It's Meeson. Meeson in
Meeson?
the woodsin.
Moosin. Moosin in the woodsin. In the box, moosin with the boxing in the woodsin in.
Isn't it moose? Yeah. The plural of moose is moose.
Okay, so if you have a family of moose, I feel like you
If you have a
might it
family
might
of
be a little
moose,
bit
you
harder.
should, go
You know,
see something.
you have to fight the mom and the dad. That would be a little bit more challenging. And he pulls out his gun. All right. If you had a gun though, you could take a family on easily. It's not.
Dude, imagine
There's
being
no.
charged by like an elephant.
First of all, they hear the gunshot, they run
elephant?
immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, I would just stand my ground.
They're fucking like.
An
You're
elephant?
not gonna outrun it.
Imagine it's blind and it's just charging blindly. You can stand your ground.
Nah,
yeah,
get the
sure.
fuck. No, get
You're
the fuck out of
dead.
there. Get the
You
fuck
can
out of there.
sidestep the bitch if you can, but if it
That's
sees you and it's defending its territory.
If you had an elephant gun, shoot it. If you don't,
No gun.
fucking run.
All you got is like a knife.
If you
A
have an
knife does
elephant gun and
nothing.
you
They're
to an
fucking.
elephant.
the
They're
family's
fast
gonna
too.
get you.
Fucking
They
run.
go like 30 an hour.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
nothing that's slower than us. Like, there's almost nothing that can kill us that's slower than us. Except for, like, poisonous shit.
Even alligators.
No, but
are
you can.
fast.
But humans are good at running for a reason. Like you can get away
Like,
from.
we can
Oh,
run,
we got
like,
agility though.
endurance. Agility-wise, we fucking suck.
Nah, well, we got pretty good agility. We got
Fucking
pretty good
parkour.
agility. Like you've seen gymnasts
Hardcore
and shit.
parkour.
From so many
Ever heard of
predators, we
CrossFit?
would not be able to run away from them.
Well, we seem to have done it. We seem to have survived from running away from predators for the
We
most
had a bigger
part.
brain. We could climb
had
shit.
fire
we
and
could
spears
climb
and-
away from
Exactly.
things, but we couldn't run
Well,
away
if you're getting charged by an elephant, then you're most likely in the African
This
savannah.
conversation
Like,
went nowhere.
In which case,
Like, alligators are faster than us. Fucking. I don't know where else I was going. Bears.
Okay,
There's a lot of things.
yeah, but
like
I'd say
predators that would be able to take us, and that we live in regions where they are.
like you fail to see how long humans can run.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
humans
we'll
can
win
run
in
for-
endurance, but
If you have some distance from them, like animals do not run for very long. They sprint for a very short period of
depends on
time.
the terrain.
Like 50 meters, right? They sprint for a very short period of time, and then they're done. They got to recharge, right? Like even a leopard, they don't sprint for very long. Like they're pretty fucking lazy creatures for the most part. They don't
Oh, yeah.
they don't really go anywhere.
they're bitches besides their speed. They're like one of the least deadly big cats.
Oh, they toy with their food big time though. They are
Yeah,
assholes.
When they actually get it.
If they catch you, they're gonna keep you alive for like an hour, just fucking torturing you, and
Like-
then they'll kill you.
But they can't, like... It takes so many of them to take down, like, most things that they have to go after. Like,
They can go after like
and if-
alpaca children. They can take
that's... Yeah.
one cheetah can take down
Yeah.
one of those, but
Yeah, an alpaca child. But not
but
not a
but an
full
alpaca
adult.
child is literally the size of a cheetah. So
That's... Yeah. But,
Same
like...
region? An alpaca and a cheetah?
See, that's why
Yeah.
I thought it was weird.
Where the
But,
fuck do
yeah.
wild alpacas live?
I don't know.
Africa,
Petting farms. Petting zoos.
they live in Africa,
I
just
thought
like
that was
where
something
cheetahs
from, like
live.
Mongolia. Or
You
something.
can't play with that. That's some weird ass sound. That's really fucking
Um,
with the audio, bro.
But no, like, straight up, if anything else gets to their kill, they're immediately gone because they can't hold their own against any other predator. They're
Yeah.
fucked by everything.
Yeah, I will say no. I feel like you could run away from a lot of creatures. Well, you can definitely run away from an elephant. If it's far enough away, you can run and it'll stop running.
There are some animals that would
Run into the trees, it won't
fuck
do
us in
anything.
endurance, though. Not like a
Oh,
ton, but
bear
there's...
would.
Yeah,
I've seen a bear run
some
over a
animals
mountain.
can run for a really
They can
long
do that
time,
shit in, like 30
like
seconds.
alligators. They
Yeah.
run for a really long time.
Alligators are fucking scary.
Dude, they're insane.
They're dangerous in the water. They're dangerous on land. They can breathe in they can't breathe in water, but
No.
they can hold their breath for
They hide
ridiculous amounts of
so
time.
well. They
Yeah.
hide so well.
They can climb shit, not super well, but like
Yeah.
they can't climb a tree, but they can climb like pretty decent. They're fucking scary, man.
What was that?
I'm so glad I'm not in Florida. Fuck that place.
Was that Steve Irwin, right? Or
Steve Irwin died to a stingray.
he died to a stingray. Yeah, not to an alligator though. But that he fucking wrestled
He
alligators
didn't
though.
give a shit.
He was the true definition of
It's
man.
weird because alligators are like, they'll kill you for like nothing. Like
No, they just want to eat you.
like
It's like,
sometimes
I'm
they'll
hungry
be-
right
they'll
now.
be full and they'll just kill you and then drag you into the water and then
Yeah.
just wait for a bit.
That's why I could never live in Florida.
Yeah, fuck
With
that
like the
place.
idea, oh my god, I've heard stories of people just riding their bike. There's an alligator on the sidewalk. It like bites their bike, so they can't ride it anymore, and then they chase him down and eat him.
In almost every other case scenario in the U.S. where
That
somebody's
motherfucker.
getting like killed by like a mountain lion or something, and they're just like, yeah, they're all way out in the wilderness and probably got too fucking close to
Yeah.
it. Like,
Okay,
I
this-
can see a lot of those things where like that's that's user error, but not in Florida. In Florida, you can do nothing
Yeah.
wrong and still get fucked.
It's like, oh man, I'm riding my bike on the sidewalk. Oh, I died to an alligator.
I'm in the middle of town, dead.
There's a wild alligator on the wall. Oh, that's an Australian accent, not a Floridan accent, but you know. There's a goddamn wild alligator on the sidewalk. I'm fucked. What do you do to that? What do you do? There's a pissed off alligator. What do you do? There's nothing. James,
You throw your bike
James,
and run.
you're in Florida. You're just walking down the sidewalk and you come across a pissed off alligator that's like running to eat you. What do you do?
Well, you can't outrun it. You're gonna have to sidestep it. Their eyes are on the side of their head, and they can't very much see right behind them. So you're gonna have to work your way around them, get on their back.
You
gonna
probably
have to
jump
wrestle
over
it.
them and confuse them for a second, then like run the opposite way.
Closed.
Dude, they're
Tigers are long.
yeah, they get
I-
big. You can't
I-
jump over them, bro.
I know they're long, but like
No, they can jump up and shoot.
What if they?
too,
What if
though.
it
They can use
opens
their
your
tail
jaw
and
and like
they
catches
can
your
jump
foot?
up better in the
One of
One
water
of the
than
things
they
they
can
do
on
is
land.
they just
though.
whip you with their tail. They'll use their tail as a weapon.
You'd have to be like a long jump star,
You'd
and
have
if you
to
don't
do
get
it
past the
while
tail,
they're
it'll
trying
whip
to whip
you.
you with the tail. You gotta jump over them as they're using their tail because they can't look behind them. Their eyes aren't like. Are their eyes on the top of their heads or the?
Yeah, they're like this. They're kind of
Yeah.
like frogs a little bit.
Yeah.
So they can peek above the water.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Could you imagine being a child living in Florida? and
you
you're
could
just walking
juke
home
them
from
really
school and
bad.
you
I
see
feel
that shit?
like
I guess you could try to juke it.
if you can time it right.
Yeah.
But
You-
it's a big if. But I feel like if you do it, you probably get away with it.
they're fucking scary though. When
Well,
they're
once they get-
angry,
once they get you in the
Jump
water,
up to
you're
6
fucked.
feet.
you have like a split second to react though. When those motherfuckers are angry,
Yeah,
they're like
if
dinosaurs.
they bite you, as soon as they let go a little bit,
They
you
can
just gotta
climb
get out, because
trees.
that's your only chance.
can climb
So
trees?
stay
They
close.
can climb
Okay, I didn't
They can
think
jump
they
up
could
to
climb.
That's
trees.
so
what I mean.
scary!
They
Yeah.
can jump up to 6 feet. They have those little claws, and they're so fast. They just right up the fucking tree, and they try to get to branches before their prey can. So they like
Even
cut it
bears can't climb trees, man. What the fuck?
Dude, alligators were literally
off.
like
Or they jump up onto the branch.
I feel like
Crocodiles terrify me more though, like Australia.
I think alligators are more likely to have been rounded up by an alien species and dropped on Earth to wipe us out.
Oh my god, that's
And not-
No, that was COVID.
And not to well let's not get into
They're
that.
probably nature's most efficient predator.
They're so scary. Well, I
Most
don't know.
efficient?
Dinosaurs.
I would
man,
say
they move
tigers are
around.
pretty fucking scary
Oh,
too.
tigers?
See, but
Yeah.
tigers aren't the
Yeah.
most efficient.
I don't know about that.
I feel like he
big,
might be right
fast.
about the alligators being the most efficient.
I've
'cause-
seen tigers fight fucking alligators and win. So
See,
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
true.
no, I'm
Tigers
not-
are bigger and
I mean, like, for their prey and for, like, how many of them literally just flourish in the
Yeah.
wild, they're one of the, like, best genetic killers.
Are you talking about alligators?
they couldn't fight a
They're
hippo though.
apex predators, so they have no natural predators.
Yeah, no.
Well, they couldn't fight a hippo though. If they challenged a
Oh,
hippo,
no,
they'd be
nothing
fucked.
can.
In their
Hippos kill way more
regular
people than
environment
alligators.
stuff.
There's
crocodiles.
almost nothing that can kill a hippo. Like, you literally need an elephant to take, or another hippo.
You can't even outrun
Or a
hippo.
bunch of, like, that's the only thing that can go one-on-one with a hippo and win. Like, even a rhino would literally get tossed.
Dude, in Africa, hippos swamp people's boats. They eat people alive. They
Oh, yeah.
Hippos. They just
are-
stampede them. They're
Well, hippos are like
horrible.
the
They're
strongest.
territorial.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they're the strongest animal alive.
They have the strongest, I'm
Like land
almost
animal.
100% sure they have the strongest bite force.
They do.
For anything.
Yes,
Um,
they're stronger than
Would
sharks.
not doubt it.
They are so strong. It's ridiculous.
Like, they can crush a like, have you seen the video where it, like, somebody threw a watermelon in there and it just went, like, it was literally butter. It didn't give any resistance,
Well, yeah.
just...
They are so scary.
Just
It's
for
ridiculous.
grass. That's all they eat.
No, they're omnivorous. They can eat meat and not get
Well,
sick
they eat
from
whatever
it.
the fuck they want. Yeah, no, they eat meat.
What?
Yeah, they do.
It's not like a
What the
preferred thing,
hell?
but like no, they'll just like snap a fucking gazelle that's just like dipping its head in the
That's
water and eat it.
weird.
Yeah, no, they whatever the fuck they want. They are the scariest shit.
Like literally, the only thing that can 1v1 a hippo is another hippo or an elephant. Because even like anything else, any predator loses that fight.
Okay,
Like immediately. It doesn't matter. Any predator loses that fight. Unless there's a lot of them. But there's not like you can't have one
yeah.
of them versus a hippo. It's not happening.
There are some creatures that are just too fucking. They should not exist on Earth. They're literally monsters.
Oh yeah.
Spiders.
They're like the problem is okay. So
I
you
like spiders.
you
Those
brought
are-
up
Those are
good for-
useful for actually killing flies and
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
James.
Take those out, you.
Oh, mosquitoes are fucking scary too. But James, you brought up like, are there any like cryptids or like mythological creatures that scare you?
Yeah.
I don't need mythological
Dude, the
creepers
ocean
to be
terrifies
scared.
Me. What's deep down.
Oh,
in
the ocean is not.
That's where the real monsters are.
No, seriously though. Oh man,
You mean like an orca, or do you mean the cryptids?
I'm terrified of the
Imagine
ocean.
a squad of giant squid attacking you as like a diver.
I'm actually terrified of the ocean. Have you ever been to the ocean?
Yeah, I've been
I
to
have,
both.
but not like deep.
I've been to
Yeah.
Washington State. I've seen it there. I've been to
Just like the
Connecticut. I've
shore
seen
in
it there.
Canada.
Dude, it's so fucking terrifying.
It's
Like I've gone swimming in the ocean,
Did I say
and like
Canada?
you get deep enough, and you just like, it just hits you. Like, if you swam far enough that way, you're dead.
You're gone forever.
There's nothing. It's
There's
not
no-
even like it's not even what's in the ocean. It's the water itself will kill you.
The temperature will kill
The temperature will kill you. The salinity will kill you. The water itself, if you get far enough out there,
Yeah, the salt will eat your skin.
you
and shit.
don't have to be scared of sharks. You don't have to be scared of anything. The water itself will kill you.
Oh, sharks are actual predators too. They eat humans. I don't
Yeah.
I have a hypothetical.
Yes.
Just imagine you're on like a cruise ship.
I have been.
Yeah, I know you have been.
Shut the fuck
I've,
up.
I've never, but imagine that you are on one. You fall out overboard, and you realize you're too far away to like for anyone to hear you. So that you just watch as the fucking boat floats away, and you're in the
Dude,
middle of the ocean. And you can't do anything.
I've had an actual.
I'd
You're
be
an
at
asshole.
peace. I would be at peace.
I've had actual nightmares about that shit. That's fucking terrifying.
I don't know. I've seen enough Gilligan's Island. I'd be so happy. I'd just find some tree branch to hang on to.
You just like, even if you're on the beach, like you're just out there and it just hits you. How massive it
It's
is.
just to think that a majority of it is unexplored.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it's almost impossible to explore all that. It's just like the environment is so harsh. You know, you get deep down and
The water pressure.
The water
itself,
pressure,
You can't get
yeah.
deep enough. Our submarines hardly go past the surface. It's
yeah,
crazy.
you need like
Would you put it
super
to
specialized equipment just to get deep enough.
Have you ever seen like the perspective on YouTube of how deep the ocean actually is?
It's insane. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. You can fit Mount Everest under the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, easily. It's
Like,
nothing.
not even at the deepest part.
It's nothing. It's terrifying. We're gonna watch it now real quick. We're gonna like speed through. Let's like get to the deeper parts. If you took the highest point on land and submerged it.
Oh yeah.
So there's a blue whale.
Sperm whale.
Or a sperm whale, whatever the fuck it is. There's a squid that kills it. Because that's a thing that happens. There's giant whale-sized squids.
Oh, submarine.
Also, that squid is also the size of a fucking submarine.
Well, yeah,
Just to
the
let you
giant
know.
Squid, yeah, they found carcasses that.
Oh no, I've seen.
Like the eyes are as big as a basketball.
Yeah, no, they're bigger than that. There's eyes that are the size of dinner plates.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Still going.
Now we've entered
Midnight zone.
the Midnight Zone. The Midnight Zone.
Is that true?
I don't like that. We can't even keep any of this because there's no visual aspect.
Yeah. I mean, I can keep going. That's all
Deep
I know.
Sea Challenger mission. So that's 35,000
Okay.
feet.
Imagine being like in the Arctic or the Antarctic Ocean, though. That would probably be one of the most terrifying oceans.
So that's higher than airplanes cruise at. Just saying. 35,000 feet. That's like cruising altitude for planes
60,000.
that fly over. Well, I've cruised at 30,000 before for like short flights. But you fly over everything at that height.
Dude, imagine just being on a boat, though, in like the Antarctic Ocean. You just look down and you just see that black abyss that just never ends.
It's insane.
You would disappear forever, and
That's terrifying. The ocean is terrifying.
plus we have no idea what's actually down there creature-wise that we haven't discovered.
Every
Like,
time
the
I
ecosystem of the ocean can, get rid of a carcass and hide evidence.
Yeah.
Like, we've only found a couple giant squid, but the video of that diver who was attacked by him, there was like dozens of them in the pods.
What do you guys think about the
Oh, the
Bermuda
Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know
Yeah.
enough. I found interest in it.
Bermuda Triangle,
I think
which
it's
I've been
weird
in.
How like
Yeah, it's not that special.
I figure it's just
It's
probably
just a
some
triangle on a
hurricanes.
map. There's not even like that. It's not that special.
It's not as terrifying as the Amazon rainforest.
Like, yeah, I know. Like a lot of those islands, you see those islands there. A lot of those have like beautiful resorts and stuff on them, and I've been in one of them.
oh yeah.
But it's yeah. I mean, it's the ocean. I mean, boats are on it all the time.
I mean yeah.
There's just a lot of traffic through that area.
There's
So
been a lot of weird stuff that goes on there, and I think you're right. It's mostly because there's a lot of traffic, so like frequency will
Yeah.
make
there's just
shit
a higher
happens.
there's
more
just a
you
higher
do
probability of there being an accident because there's more ships in that area.
shit. Like, do you know that there's technically like a theoretical? It is 100% possible that there is a probability. Granted, it is extremely low that you can slap a table and your hand will go through it instead of actually hitting it.
Yeah, I heard about.
Like that's
this
a
theory.
physically real thing.
Yeah.
But it's so improbable that it'll more than likely never happen.
Well, why
and
don't
you
you
can-
roll for it, Jim?
But if you slap
Why
a
don't you
table
try
once a
slap
day, how many times would you have to slap
you
a table
die.
a day for
you
it to?
die.
Your hand would be broke.
You wouldn't live long enough to do it enough times.
To even get a fraction of.
Yeah, to even get a fraction of like the
Well,
probability.
what's
Is
it
the
hurt
best
to
way.
try
I
it
think I
once?
know I can say that. I don't know.
My question is, would it be able to be captured on film? Does film have the capacity to capture that? If it was, I mean,
That's a good
technically you're
question.
tearing something in a dimension like an atomic bomb would.
No, it'd
Well-
more so just be like your all of your atoms don't touch and they just pass through each other. You wouldn't be tearing anything. You'd just
No?
literally be going straight through it. I think is what the science behind it was.
You can do like Taekwondo or something, and I've done that. You just like put your hand straight through a wooden block,
Well, that'd be breaking it. I'm talking about like your hand just passing through it.
Alima.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking?
Indiana Jones 2.
I thought you were just talking about like there's a chance where you just like lightly slap the table
And it breaks.
and it just breaks.
No. No, I'm talking about your hand going through
Like
it.
phasing through it.
Pretty much.
No, that shit won't. That's impossible. Just saying.
No. Apparently there was like a thing where somebody was like, yeah, no, it's technically possible. It's just it's such a fucking low probability that it'll never happen.
I would need to see where you read this because I don't know.
I don't remember where I read this, but he said he read the same thing. So
I don't know.
I know I read
know
it
you've
somewhere.
told me this before.
No, I haven't.
I feel like you have.
I think this is the first time I've brought it up to anybody.
Well,
Yeah, because it makes you sound completely insane.
Yeah, a lot of things do.
not as crazy as me apparently.
Yeah.
Excuse me, more crazy than me.
Do you know what else scares me? Besides the ocean. And this one seems a little bit weird, but when I explain it, it'll make sense. But it's just the woods.
Just the woods?
Well, I guess a lot of people are just
Have
afraid
you
of the
ever
woods.
read the book Missing 411?
Man, that's what I was going to bring up.
Dude, those stories, they're so good. Did you watch that guy?
The Missing 411. Oh, are you talking about Mr. Ballin?
Yeah, he's so
Yes.
good. Dude, those stories are so good. And, like, it'll just be a story of some guy out in the woods, or a family. A little girl will go missing.
Yeah.
They'll check that same spot dozens of times. While the search parties are going over back and forth, and they expand the radiuses, and a person has gone through the same spot. And then, like, 2 weeks later, after they're almost done giving up searching, the little girl will appear there.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, I don't know where it came from.
People will go missing. This is why I'm afraid of the woods. It's like
Have you seen that map of the occurrences?
you.
They're like centered
Yeah.
around like the tunnel systems in America.
Yeah. Well, you go out missing, like, or you. I mean, that's not what I mean. You go out hiking, and shit. And this is just like a common occurrence, across in the American woodlands, whatever you call them, because it's like there's like all contiguous forest throughout the U.S. and shit. There's big contiguous forests that stretch across multiple states in different parts of the U.S.
Yep.
You go out hiking in that, and you never heard from again.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like state parks, and they're just
It's so
mass
easy to
expansions
lose
of
your
just
direction
It's-
if you don't have
nothing
like a
in
compass or
wilderness.
something.
yeah, it's so, like the woods are something that's like, oh, it's so simple, right? But in that simplicity, the woods themselves are extremely complex.
Extremely dangerous.
You cannot accurately chart out the woods. Like, you don't know. It's almost impossible to tell
Erosion
what
is
kind of.
constantly changing.
It's almost, yeah. Trees are always dying, and like regrowing in places. So the tree arrangement's always changing. The trees themselves hide the terrain, so you don't know if you're looking at a valley or mountain. Well, a mountain, you'd know, but you don't know if you're looking at a valley or like a hill or this or that thing.
Well, especially if you don't have a compass or any way to tell direction.
Yes.
If you ever been up in the mountains or in the hills or just a large mass of trees, even
Everything
you
looks.
just lose direction easily. Everything looks the same.
Everything looks the same. Not only that, but when you're walking in the woods,
That's
right.
You walk in a circle.
not only that. Well, no, not naturally. You walk in a circle, but
Or something like that.
you have to. You cannot walk in a straight line. It's impossible to walk in a straight line in the woods because the trees are just erratically growing everywhere. So you have to walk around shit. So you can walk 3 miles as the crow flies, or as is shown on a map, right? But the actual distance that you walked, because you had to walk in like zigzags and around shit and like around hills and trees and all the terrain, the distance that you've actually walked is like over 3 times the actual distance that you walk.
Isn't it like on flat land, an average human can like within like the 12 hours of a day walk 20 miles, but if you're in the woods, it's like barely like
You can walk like
5 miles.
yeah,
or
you can
something.
walk like 3 miles in a day
Like it's ridiculously slow paced.
because you have to walk around shit, and
Like,
the actual
the base of
distance that you
mountains are
yeah
just full of thickets, and you, like it's just getting through the foliage and.
Yeah, it's like how if you unfold the human intestines, it like is a huge, it's like miles and miles of intestines. That's kind of like how you have to walk through the woods. You have to zigzag all the way through it, and you end up walking 3 times longer than you would have if you were in
Let's get back
clear
on
land.
point. The woods are big and scary.
The woods are scary too. I'm fucking super terrified of the woods. This kind of ties into bringing up the mythological creatures and
yeah, that's what
cryptids
I
and
was
shit.
thinking of it from, because like the skinwalkers, man, like
Yes.
story of like the dude on the he had like a house or something, and like they would just hear these like growling noises at night.
Yeah.
They live out in the middle of nowhere in the Appalachians or something.
I haven't.
And anyways, they go out and they go for a walk in the woods one day, and they find this like wolf den.
Oh shit.
It's like huge though. It's massive. They don't go in there, but they found like fur and shit on the outside, and they don't go in there because they hear this growling noise in there, kind of like what they were hearing the nights before. And well, eventually, they're sleeping one night, and these things come up, and they jump up on the porch, and they're scratching the doors and leaving marks, and yeah, basically skinwalkers or something. It sounded like. Ian Austin disappeared and the family moved out.
Yeah.
I was so terrified.
First of all, okay, so skinwalkers kind of blew up recently.
I don't believe in them. It had to do with that Skinwalker Ranch documentary.
Yeah, it has to do with the Skinwalker Ranch, which is kind of just like a publicity
Yeah,
stunt
that's
sort of
just
thing.
the UFO shit. Just another profit model.
But what is a skinwalker? Like, so I didn't know.
I try to look it up. It's like a Native American
Yeah.
mythological like shapeshifter.
Oh,
It's basically just like a shapeshifter. It's like there's a lot of stories of they would like if somebody was like camping out, they would come up to them. They would kill one of the people that they were camping out with, and then they would like take their place.
and then they'd play Among Us with them.
Slowly kill out.
They'd play Among Us with them.
Essentially.
All right.
Yeah.
And they can like mimic sounds and voices. And,
Yep. They're like sirens of the wood, except they can also change their shapes.
That's weird as fuck. That's crazy.
So like they would like lure people and all that shit, and like, yeah, they're weird as shit. Like same thing with Wendigos. Wendigos are fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, those don't shapeshift though. I don't.
Those
think,
don't
right?
shapeshift, but
Yeah.
they're
There's a whole horror video game about that.
Mhm.
It's called like Until Dawn, I
yeah.
think.
Until Dawn Wendigo. 'Cause there's a couple Until Dawns.
I didn't watch. I didn't.
The original one is Wendigo. Okay.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Heard. I
I didn't know there was multiple Until Dawn games. Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I think there's only the one, and then
I thought there was. Well, I know, cause it's a Telltale game, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. I think it's an indie game. Maybe I'm wrong. It's called Until Dawn.
I thought there were a couple of them.
Until Dawn is a 2015 interactive drama horror
Okay.
supermassive
It's
games.
not Telltale.
Oh, what else did they do?
But it's a Telltale-like games.
Yeah,
like
supermassive. I feel like there's this other game that I play a lot that's by them. Bruh. There's the Wikipedia. It'll be Little Big Planet. Oh shit, that's what it is. That's a big one. Okay. Then they've also got Killzone, but only one of the Killzone games.
Is there another one?
Rush of Blood. I don't know,
Oh.
Oh, it's a VR.
Ooh,
Heard.
interesting. It's probably terrible.
I was just thinking of other Telltale games.
So Skinwalker is essentially just a sus imposter from Among Us.
Did you watch that video with like telling the story with like the
Stupidest
human
fucking
heads or
thing I've
whatever
ever said in
along
my
the
life.
river?
What?
Did you watch that video about the one with like the human heads along this river in the up in Canada in those mountains?
No, I didn't
Up
see.
in the Yukon.
Yes, so that's why I was asking, because I haven't seen jack shit about skinwalkers at all. Like, I've seen memes and shit, but that's it.
I'm trying to.
Like, I
He
knew
had a
about the
couple good
Skinwalker
stories.
Ranch
I think
thing.
it was
but-
him.
Have you gone?
And it wasn't just Skinwalker Ranch. It was like actual terrifying shit.
Like a news story and shit.
Have you ever gone to like creepypastas, lores, and shits?
No.
What do you
No.
mean?
Like, there's an entire creepypasta lore that all of the creepypastas have been. There's a corporation. It's like the SCP or some shit like that, where they like capture them and they like have all these like detailed descriptions of. There's like allegedly like over 700 of these different like cryptids and creepypasta
Oh,
things.
yeah.
And they all have these really detailed, drawn-out stories. And I've listened to so many of them. One of them is essentially God.
Dude, I
and
know.
He just like chooses to like sit inside this cell basically. But like whenever they try and do testing on him, he just like kind of poofs their equipment out of existence or whatever. And he just sits there all the time, and he's.
Yeah, the SCP
It's
thing I've known
weird.
about for a long
Yeah,
yeah.
but like,
I've been
all
into that for a long
weird
time.
Stuff, and how so. Yeah.
Like, I remember there was the SCP containment breach thing that all the big Let's Players at the time watched, like played, I mean,
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and PewDiePie, I think.
Yeah.
But
But like, imagine if like that was real. Like just.
well, okay,
like,
actually, when I first heard about SCPs, I was like an 11-year-old child or whatever.
Yeah. No. Everybody heard about them in middle school.
Yes, I was like an 11-year-old, and I first got into SCPs because I was watching these videos that just like listed unique, quirky SCPs and stuff. So they didn't list like the out there like super insane ones that are definitely not real.
Yeah.
They were listing ones
the
that
Smile Dog one and. The,
Yeah, no, they were listing ones that were like slightly like they were like slightly realistic ones. Like
yeah.
there was this one that was a vending machine that could dispense that just like synthesized whatever the hell was in it. Like you could tell it to make diamonds or something or gold, and they have no idea where the hell it was coming from. And so when I was first hearing about this shit, I actually believed it was real at first. Because it was like things that were like slightly implausible, but like you could totally convince a child that they're real.
Yeah.
So I believe, or like the Infinite Stairway one.
Oh jeez.
That was shit that I actually believed for a second.
Oh, that video of them.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was editing.
Well, no, not the
No.
video, not the video of it, but it was just like a. It was just
It
like.
seemed like they're going up and the
Mm,
background.
Yeah, it wasn't that though. But it was, that was just a video. It was just an edited video and an illusion mixed into one. But it was just a channel that like he would upload videos and all it was him reading the description, like the SCP description, and like making lists and shit of different SCPs. And so I was like listening to that. I was like, oh, that's totally sounds like a real thing.
You ever see that?
I'm gonna tell my parents
stuff?
about the Infinite Stairway.
You wanna know what's the stupidest like cryptid thing that I've ever seen? The whole fucking siren head thing. Like,
Oh
it
my
just
God, that
looks
was
so
funny as-
stupid.
Dude, that's so cool though.
Do we have a wrap-up subject?
Well, are we gonna be wrapping it up soon?
Well, how much do we need to do?
I mean, we do have like 2 hours worth of content, but if you guys,
How much do you want to do?
We can just keep fucking.
We can
talking
keep
and
going.
then-
I mean, I'm down to keep going
literally
until
have
4 in the
10
morning. I don't
hours.
care.
I have 10 hours worth of data I can save on there, so
Word.
we
We can
go
just
on
like
forever.
keep talking and just ignore the podcast. I don't give a shit.
I'm willing to keep going until, like 4 a.m. and then stop recording after a while.
Matt'll just turn it off and not tell us.
Nah, too far away.
You still want me to talk
But
about
the,
Perkins shit?
Yeah, bring him some Perkins stories.
I love well, first of all, we were talking about the Siren Head. I love the Siren Head shit. I just thought it was fucking funny when I first saw it.
I just thought it was like, I think it's funny. I just think it's like such a lazy concept.
I think it's a scary enough concept.
I mean,
Like
I
it
think
can
it's
replicate any voices that
It's scary, but I just feel like it's.
it can replicate any sound that its target has heard.
Yeah.
So, like, it can replicate voices that you've heard in your life and stuff like
But
that.
did they originally come out with the lore? Didn't they make like the whole design of it, make the game and everything, and then give it lore?
Oh, was there a game about it too?
There was like a game that came out, and I
What?
didn't hear anything about any of its lore until after the game.
So the original thing that I've heard about, well, the original, like, this is how it originated. It was just like this artist, who comes up with like creature concepts and stuff on his Twitter account. He posted a design for the Siren Head, and like he gave some lore for it, I guess, or maybe he asked his fans to come up with lore for it. I'm not sure, but either way, lore came up for it, and then it was either him or a fan who posted this video. It's like this, it's like this CGI sort of video thing where it's like a really foggy day, and then they add in the 3D model of Siren Head, and it's making some scary ass sounds in the background and shit. And that's where I first saw it. Was just that video, the Siren Head video, which was honestly a pretty like terrifying video to watch. Obviously, it's not real.
Yeah.
But it's like I thought it was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Just looks cool. I didn't know there was a game about it. I know that it was a Fallout mod.
Yeah.
For Fallout 4, which I just thought was fucking hilarious.
There's so many mods for Fallout 4.
The Fallout 4 Siren Head mod was fucking funny to me.
There's so many mods for Fallout 4, and so many of them are just so great.
Well, for every Bethesda game, there's always a shitload of mods.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the Skyrim mods.
Oh,
Those are hilarious. Like, there's one where you turn the dragons into Thomas the Train or some shit like that.
And the Macho Man.
Yeah.
ones,
I mean,
the
there's
crab with a monocle and a top hat.
there's insane mods for whatever
Have
the
you
fuck.
seen that crab one? The crab with the monocle and the top hat?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so funny. I love that so much. It's like, now you fucked up. Now you fucked.
I want to talk about Uncrustables, but I'll wait for James to come back.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll just save what I want. Anyway. Yeah, what were we gonna talk about after that? There was something else.
Perkins stories.
Perkins stories. Let's talk about Perkins stories.
See, I can kind of segue this a little bit, because we were talking about skinwalkers and wendigos, and
Oh boy!
when I was working.
So you came across a skinwalker.
No.
Perkins.
When I worked at Perkins, I had this cook. He was my favorite cook for a really long time until he started drinking, and then he kind of fucked himself over pretty bad. Yeah, he was a great guy. He just made a mistake and paid the price for it. But his name was Angelo. He's a native dude. He was my favorite cook. He was a good dude. I was working with him every fucking night, so I talked to him all the time. I'd consider him a friend.
Amazing backstory. What's the story?
But he would always bring up like wendigos and stuff.
Oh
And
boy!
he would always like talk about it. He straight up believed that the kitchen at Perkins was haunted. Because like straight
Shit.
up like the dishwasher would just like start going randomly, and there were hydraulics like keeping it up. And he would just shut.
That's just like shitty equipment there. I don't know.
Yeah, but no.
or
like,
it's a skinwalker.
But the entire time during the
Those are the only
day,
two options.
the entire time during the day. It would never fall or anything. It was only like once every like so often that it would happen. It was just like weird. It was always on weird nights, and he always told me it was weird. And he told me that a bunch of the other cooks believed that there was shit because like shit would just happen back there, he said. But I was in the front. I didn't fucking know. I was just like, I don't know, man. When I go back there and I get ice by myself, I don't feel anything weird. I'm getting ice and I'm fucking working. I don't associate work with creepy and like ever. Well, I should because I worked overnights at Perkins and there was a lot of fucking creepy people.
Cooks are a special kind of breed.
Yeah. Do you want to hear?
As I say, in the presence of a cook.
Do you want to hear my best story from Perkins or my worst story from Perkins?